This fisherman is slaughtering a sea cow. Suddenly he realized something that out of suspicion he bent down to investigate. There is a banknote in this pile of sea moss. This is a good thing for them. He was about to continue when another pile of sea moss caught his attention. The cabin again received a bill. Due to this he started to feel a little insecure. He gave up seafood with a sad heart. This scene immobilized him. Unexpectedly, there is a bag full of money hidden in this pile of sea moss. Kevin is nervous. He quickly grabbed his pocket. How did he see so much money? Kevin thought over it again and finally decided to take it because his wife had a fight with him yesterday over money. After looking around, Kevin immediately took the bag back. Then take out all the money kept in the bag and throw it out. He hung some ropes in the house and then cut the bills one by one. After finishing, Kevin returned to the beach to continue harvesting sea moss, but a small boat appeared in the distance. Kevin quickly went to investigate. It is the boat of the owner of that money bag, but it is just an empty boat. Kevin pulls the boat out of the water, then retrieves a can of oil from it. Put him in a boat and set it on fire, because he doesn't want anyone to know. Although nature created man, the flames attract the attention of the police, but Kevin is a fisherman who collects seaweed, so the police quickly find the house. But when the police asked about the boat, Kevin shook his head. He said he didn't know anything. Seeing Kevin's attitude, the police started leaving from there, but Kevin got scared in his heart, so he went to the beach again. He did not expect that the boat would bring trouble. So I want to go back and check if there are any clues left. I was surprised as soon as I saw it. He had just arrived when he found something on the seashore. Kevin ran over to check it out. But it was a dead body. He is the owner of that bag. At this time 2 people are walking in this direction at some distance. This scared him. He quickly started dragging the dead body for burial. Shortly afterward, Kevin arrives at an abandoned car factory. He dug a pit recklessly with a shovel and then buried the body in it. Kevin went home and quickly cleaned his tractor, fearing that nothing suspicious would be left behind. I thought I could handle it without any guilt, but I can't. The next day a dog came running just in time to sniff out the spot where the body was buried when the hound's owner came to investigate. This fisherman picked up a bag full of money, but unexpectedly the body of the owner of the bag was found the next day. Kevin thinks he is clever and drags the body to the junkyard. He originally thought he could enjoy the money, but the body was found by a hunting dog. The owner of the hunting dog immediately informed the police. When Kevin was repairing the house, he often saw police cars passing by. Kevin knew everything had been leaked, so he immediately called his wife and asked her to come home. I want to get my family out of here, but after the police arrived at the scene they found seaweed. It reminds me of the same fisherman Kevin. Only I go out to harvest sea moss. Kevin on the other hand went to the wooden house and took the bag of money and was about to leave, but he suddenly stopped there. A cruel-looking person is coming. Kevin is more or less scared. It turned out that the person was also the owner of the bag. From the mouth of a salesman I know, you go to the beach often. Then he found Kevin. When Kevin saw this, he surrendered. Although he was a little reluctant, he threw the bag of money to Troy. Check it out. After receiving it, Kevin took advantage of the opportunity and ran. When Kevin was about to be crushed so much by the troll that he stopped breathing, the police arrived just in time. Had to let the troll go. The policeman who had just run away did not know that the troll had any weapon. Rohini had shot him. Kevin saw this and immediately surrendered. Trolley asks Kevin to take out the handcuffs from the policeman's shirt pocket and then handcuffs him. It turned out that Troy had 2 bags full of money, but Kevin only had 1 bag. He explained many times, but Troy couldn't believe it. The troll tells Kevin not to go if you can't find another bag. After saying this he covered Kevin's mouth. The next morning the troll went to the beach to find the remaining bag of money, but all he found were a few scattered bills. Suddenly I heard the sound of a motorcycle in the distance. Troy got scared and went into the cave. Go inside and be amazed. When Troy was about to go out after leaving the motorcycle, he accidentally saw something. It was the remaining pocket of money that he lost, but he felt that something was wrong. Troy looked up. Kevin wakes up and is stranded in a deserted suburb. The person who tied him doesn't know where he went. Kevin knows this is an opportunity. He was forced to think of a way to get out of here. But the handcuffs that confined him were too tight. As soon as Kevin suddenly saw an iron rod near his feet, Kevin immediately had an idea. He pushed the cane with all his strength, then opened the car door and got out. Although he cannot walk with one hand, Kevin had to use his foot to step on the car door and try to break the handcuffs. Finally, I was freed from the handcuffs. But the bag of money picked up on the beach is still locked in the trunk of the car. Kevin decided to hide first. After some time, Troy returned with the remaining bag of money. She finds the car door open and Kevin driving away. Due to this, he immediately became alert. Troy raised his gun and looked around. He didn't see anyone. He immediately went there and opened the trunk of the car to investigate. After seeing that the money was still there, Troy breathed a sigh of relief. As soon as he put the remaining bag of money in the trunk and was about to leave, Kevin saw that Trophy was being beaten so badly that he was no longer able to move. He was also scared as to how long I have been doing this kind of work. He immediately went to help take the trophy out, but the trophy still had no reaction. He was very scared. Then suddenly Trophy's phone rang. Kevin mustered up the courage to answer the phone. It contained the voice of a little girl, who kept calling for Daddy. It seems like someone just wants to raise a family. Kevin feels deeply remorseful, but now he is killing a person. He thinks it's all about that money. He picked up the bag full of money and threw it into the sea. Oh, how wonderful it would be for me to pick it up. After throwing the bag, Kevin went home. His wife ran to hug him. She even thought that she would not be able to meet him. But when Kevin tells her that he killed people for a bag of money, she needs some time to accept the reality. Kevin was left speechless after seeing his wife gone. Luckily, the neighbor came over to console enthusiastically. But before she could say anything, she was shot. Seeing this, Kevin opened his mouth. An old man walked towards him with a gun. The wife also quickly came out and started looking. It turns out that Jim is Roy's partner. He points the gun at Kevin's wife and threatens her to hand over the money. Kevin had to lie about the money in the house, but Kevin's wife knew that there was basically no money in the house. He deliberately talked to Jeb so that Kevin could attack quietly from behind.